Hi guys, and welcome. Today we're showing you a simple technique how to paint skin in minutes. Right guys, I'm going to show you how to paint skin in just a few minutes. A simple technique that is really only for tabletop. For showcase you're going to want to do layering, that sort of thing. But if you want to whack out about 20 of these guys, get it done quickly, get it on the board, make it look nice, this is the quickest way. So, as you can see, the results are quite nice. Now, this is pretty much a very straightforward, easy technique to do, and most painters know. It's one of the techniques that you use quite early on when learning the basics. And all we're going to do is we're going to dry brush the skin. We're not going to worry about layering and having to find the peak of each muscle. The dry brush will do that for us. Now, you wouldn't want to do this, like I said, on a showpiece or a one-off piece that's meant to be the center of your army or the center of the game or whatever you're going to be painting. But for the ones that are the little like cronies, the little minions, this is a perfect piece to do. Perfect way of painting them. So that's the finished piece. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with just a base piece. So what I've done is I have put Cadian flesh tone on this, and then I've shaded it with Reikland flesh shade. So in a minute I'm going to show you the simple steps of taking it from this. We're going to add back the Cadian flesh tone, then we're going to add a bit of Kislev flesh on top, and then a very small dry brush of Ushabti bone, just to make it a bit whiter in some areas where that light is really going to bounce off it. So let's take this down, I'll show you how it's done. Right guys, we'll start this process off. So, looking at the model now, I'm going to decide not to put another, first dry brush of the Cadian flesh down. I think the wash is settled quite well. Don't have to worry about erasing anything, any pooling, anything like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with simple dry brush of Kislev flesh. So with dry brushing, it's the same as you'd expect. Get a good amount on the brush. Make sure you're wiping off all the excess, so hardly any comes off on the brush. Good thing for this is to test on your finger. Definitely hardly anything comes off on the finger. It's perfect. So that's looking alright. So now we're just going to dry brush this on. We're going to start off light to start with, because we don't want to put too much on. Once we know how much paint is actually on the brush, then we can get a bit more vigorous, and we don't have to worry about taking our time. Now, this way of doing skin, as I said, I wouldn't use this for the center of your army. That I would take the time to paint them up, properly. But this is really for your rank and file. I wouldn't worry about, using layering on this, because again, these ones are only going to be on the field for a matter of seconds. They're going to get killed off quick, and you're not going to bring them back. So we'll just bang these out quickly. And I mean, this technique works perfectly if you're actually batch painting, because then you're getting this out quickly and done. You can do 20 of these guys just lined up in a straight line, and just working your way through, makes it easier. So we've added the first layer of Kislev flesh, and as you can see, it's an alright. I might say I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, I might need a bit more, but that's fine how it is. You don't need a major definition, especially with these guys that, like I said, they're going to be gone in seconds. You don't need anything, too impressive on them, unless you really are painting for showcase. Then yeah, okay, layer it up, make it look nice. But for most of us, we're just doing it for the we're just doing it, trying to get it down onto the table, make it look pretty. Can't do much more than that, can you? So, as you can see, just dry brushing it on. Now, with my dry brushing, I'd rather definitely go lighter and then go a bit heavier. Now, some of you lads will probably get a powdery effect. Now, unfortunately, that can be a side effect to the dry brushing. Like I said, once it's down on the table, you know what, you don't really see it. I wouldn't get too upset about it. But as you can see, it's coming together quite nice. You know, I mean, I'd be quite happy to see that kind of definition on a tabletop. Especially, you just bear in mind, you've just spent, you know, a couple of seconds on this. Not too bad at all. So, like I said, we'll go for a second. Now, with your sharp T-bone, or whatever you want to do as your like last highlight, you're not going to want to put on much. It's going to be a very, very dry brush, because you're just going to want to hit those real pointed out points. You know, you don't want it to hit anything else. More than anything, you want to be focusing this on very high points of the muscle, the face, and possibly, like with this one, some scarring or some marking. Now, I would advise possibly get a smaller dry brush for this, especially with like the face, you know, the hands, get some of the muscles. Yeah, may as well. Gotta make it look popping on you. So, I think a couple more strikes. Here we are done. I think that's good. Yeah, I can live with that. That's okay. So, as you can see, very easy technique to get muscle quickly. Alright, just see you in a minute. Right guys, there you go. You see, simple as that. It's an easy, it's a basic technique that's good. Again, this beats that process of layering. Now for me, I am not a fast painter. I never will be, you know. And all I really paint for is a tabletop. And as you can see, for me personally, that's an alright looking piece, you know. I mean, at the moment, bear in mind you've not got any of the other things sorted already. This is going to look so much better once you start adding all those extra details. I mean, especially with this model. I mean, he has some scarring down one side of his face. It'd be simple enough to fix. I mean, even if you did get it, you want it a bit darker, make those scars real show. That's just a simple case of getting, you know, a little bit of wash, very fine point, very small paintbrush, and just literally line it in. Well, you know, nothing too hard. And as you can see, it's a good look. And for the time invested, I think this is the best output you're gonna get. And like I said, this in a batch painting form, you imagine you've got 20 of these guys lined up, and you're literally going dry brush, done, dry brush, done, dry brush, done. You're literally pulling this army out, especially the skin part, in less than minutes. You know, I mean, I went through the stage of doing layering first. You know, I'll be fair. I mean, I will show you one of the layering models. Layering is a nice technique, but it can take a long time. Now, admittedly, there's definition in this models, but at the same point, I don't like it. I don't like how it's too light for me. But with this technique, it adds that look, it adds that, especially to muscular models. This looks good. You know, I wouldn't be upset if, say, I took a commission, you know, I bought a commission off someone, I got this back, and someone sent me 20 of these blokes with the skin painted like that. I'd be like, how, yeah, that's a good piece. I wouldn't be upset about that. And for a beginner technique and that people can learn in seconds, admittedly, this technique, especially with skin, it may take you a few tries, but eventually you're going to pull this out and it's going to look good. It's going to look really good. And, you know, you may make the one or two mistakes of making a bit highlighter on the brow or some, along those lines. This lighting really doesn't help. It makes it really bright. Eventually I will put up, I'll probably put up a video of a picture at the end of this next to the other model. But you can see how with this one, I've actually gone a bit too high on the dry brush. So it kind of swallows most of the muscles, but it still looks good. This one, on the other hand, because its muffles definition really does pop, this is good. This is what you want to look for. And I'm quite happy with the results. And I'd like to hear your thoughts. If this is a style that you'd use, please tell me in the comments below. I'll be happy to hear. And if this is the sort of thing you like, please tell me as well. You tell me a technique that you would like to learn, I'll try and find a quick way for you to do it. There's certain techniques that most of us, I'm guilty for it as well, that we take too long. We seem to want to learn the hard way of doing things. I wouldn't. What's the point? If we can get this out, we can get it good looking with minimum effort, but still be proud of the piece, what's the problem? I mean, for a beginner painter, this is it looks like skill, but it's not. Again, dry brush is something that most painters know, and it's one of the first things that you learn pretty much as a painter. For me especially, within the first 2 weeks of me learning to paint, I learned how to dry brush. That was one of the first. Before I even thought about layering and highlighting, I got told dry brush. Dry brush was a quick and easy way of doing this. But I want to hear your opinions. Is this the standard you wouldn't mind for your army? I mean, this is, for me personally, this is a good piece. I wouldn't be upset with it. But again, let's hear your thoughts. So please, drop some comments down in that box below. If you like this video, again, like. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. You might find something next time. And if this is the sort of thing you want to see, I'll try and do more. This is the sort of thing that I quite like doing. I like to give people a helping hand. So now, like I said, please like, subscribe, and comment below. It really helps me out, and I can know where people want me to take my next video. And I'll say it again, goodbye.